Hey guys, it's Queen Haru, and I have another exciting edition of Ask An Aquarius. Okay, so today somebody, or a couple times, somebody's have asked me about the law of attraction. Anybody who knows me personally knows how many magnificent things I have manifested with the law of attraction. I went from a little house in Philadelphia to living my best life in Costa Rica in this beautiful condo in the middle of a great town. And every day I'm doing better, accomplishing more, working harder. And people are like, why does the law of attraction work for you, but it doesn't work for me? They ask me that all the time. They're like, your magic works, your law of attraction works, your candle magic works, your things work for you, but it doesn't work for me. I did this, that, and the third, and it did not work. Why is it not working? Well, the first thing is, are you doing it right? That's always my very first question, because a lot of people are not doing it properly. Let me give you an example. You need to get some material. You need to get The Secret. The Secret is a book by Rhonda Byrne, and she talks about the law of attraction. You need to get some work by Esther and Abraham Hicks. You need to get stuff that's really good on the law of attraction. And then you need to do the steps that are told to you. Now, this is the first two parts. This is the most important part, and it's the easiest part. It's the most obvious part, and it's the part that so many people do wrong. Okay, they'll come to me and they'll say, I saw The Secret. I've been looking at the videos, and I'm like, cool. So did you put up your vision boards? You got you a gratitude rock? Are you thinking positively? Every day, are you doing affirmations? Every single day, are you working this energy? You have to be obsessed with the energy and obsessed with doing the work, And they're like, well, I made a vision board, but it's in my closet. Or, they'll say, yeah, I tried to think positively, but then my grandmom got sick. It's always that basically they're not doing it. They're not doing it. And with the law of attraction to work properly, it has to be your thought process. It has to be your energy. It can't just be a side thought. It's not like church, people. You can't just go on Sunday, say a few prayers, and then think that everything that you want to manifest is going to come to you. It's not like that. I always tell people that law of attraction and spirituality and witchcraft, shamanism, spirituality is not every Sunday. It's every day. Okay, I'm on my altar every day. You can't just do it sometime. So that's one of the biggest problems I see when people are supposed to be manifesting something, is that they're not doing the actual work. And then they say, oh, the law of attraction don't work. And I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't even use it. You didn't even do what you had to do. You just tried a little something, and it didn't work, and then you gave up on it. That's like the first time you rode your bike and you fell off. Some of us fell off the first time. I know I did. And you say, oh, this bike don't work. It's not the bike that doesn't work. It's you that doesn't work. And it's the same thing with the law of attraction. You just didn't do it right. You can't just do it for a couple seconds or a moment here, or when you think about it, or kind of half-ass do the vision board but didn't finish it and left it in the closet. You cannot do that. You have to be serious about what it is that you're doing. And you have to be consistent and diligent about what it is that you're doing. Okay. Another reason why it doesn't work is because, and this is another big one, is because people will be doing that. They'll be doing that. They'll be doing the affirmations. They'll have their vision boards up. They'll be thinking, they'll be feeling, themselves in their new Maserati, their new Bentley, whatever the case is they're trying to manifest. They're feeling it. They're doing it. They're breathing it. But that's it. With the law of attraction, you have to do practical work too. I'm going to give you an example. I had a client come to me one time, and she wanted a new job. There was a bunch of malls near her, and she wanted to get a new job at one of these places. She wanted to do sales or whatever the case was. So she came to me because she wanted some help getting a new job. So I said, no problem. I was a very young witch. I knew how to do all this kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's work it out. So she came to me. I gave her a reading. First thing I always do when people come to me is I like to give them a reading, because I want to know what is going on with this person. So the reading said that she needed to that she would be able to get a job. Number one, that she was marketable enough to get a job, which was good. And it said that she just needed to be patient. She needed to do a little bit of manifestation work to draw it towards her, and that she would get a job. So I did the reading, and I gave she needed some manifestation work, so I did some candle magic for her. This is prosperity candle magic. So it was basically specifically to bring her a job. So I did the magic, I did the reading. I was done. My part of the job was over. The full moon passed. I was finished. 30 days later, I was like, she should have a job by now or something by now. So I called her and I say, how are things going? I just called you to do a follow-up. And she said, nobody has called me. Nobody has emailed me. I haven't gotten any leads. And I'm like, that's unusual, because looking at her cards, it should have been easy. So I was like, nobody at all? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, how many places did you apply to? And she was like, oh, I didn't. Pardon me? Come again? What do you mean you didn't? And she's like, oh, I thought that the magic would just bring the job to me. Are you serious? And people think this all the time. They think that they're going to do something mental and emotional and spiritual with no physical work, and they're going to get what it is that they want. That is not how the law of attraction works. That is not how any of this works. That's how TV magic works. You're watching too much Charmed. That's how that works. You watch the episode of Coven, American Horror Story, and you think that's how it works. That's not how it works. You have to do mind, body, and spirit when you are manifesting. You have to get your head right and use your affirmations and all that kind of stuff. You got to get your heart right by feeling what you want, And you got to get your spirit right. If you have a spirit problem and you need to light some candles or do something or get some crystals, green aventurine crystals, citrine crystals, things for prosperity, whatever the case is. Or if it's love crystals, whatever. But you have to do mind, emotion, spirit, and physical. You cannot leave that out. If you want to get a job, you have to put in applications. You have to do the work and put in the applications. Now, I was a young witch when this happened, so I didn't even think that she would not put in applications. So after we had that conversation, she put in applications, and by the end of the week, she had several job offers. She took one and moved on with her life. But the point of the matter was that she really honestly believed that she was going to sit there and the magic was just going to make an employer knock on her door and say, hey, we need you at Burger King. That's not how it works. You put in your applications, you put out your resume, you do your magic, and then you sit and do your mind and emotion and your spirit thing while you're waiting for it to happen. And then during that time, you get inspiration. Like you put in the applications and then you're doing your emotional thing. And then something says to you, call your cousin. Her job might be hiring. You follow the inspiration and you call your cousin. Hey, your job hiring? So it's the physical part is added to that. And that's the part a lot of people leave out. So if you don't do all four parts, you're not usually going to get your manifestation. You're just going to be sitting there wondering why it never happened. And some people's manifestations never come to pass, period, because what they're trying to draw to them is not for them. That's another thing. Some people want stuff that's not for them. I met somebody a long time ago who wants to be a singer, and she can't sing. So she's trying to manifest a singing career and can't sing. Now, mind you, it's 2018. So some of these entertainers are kind of questionable, to be honest with you. So some people say can't sing and they're still millionaires. But the point is that this person has no talent. She has no talent at all. She's a nice person. She's a very smart person, but she has no talent. She cannot sing. When she goes to places, people have booed her or walked out. It's just not working for her. And she's still trying to manifest it, but it's not for her. There's something else for her, but she refuses to go for it because she has all these dreams of being rich and riding around in Maseratis and singing with Beyonce and all that kind of stuff. And that's a wonderful goal, but if you don't have the talent for it, then you need another goal. There's something else she probably could be rich at, but she's not putting any energy into it. She's working with the law of attraction to manifest a music career that is not meant for her. A long time ago, I was in love with somebody, and I did love spells and love vibrations and law of attraction work to bring this person to me. And the person came to me, but the relationship was always messed up. And I couldn't figure out, like, it wasn't a long relationship. It was only a couple months. And I couldn't figure out why. And this was years ago when I first started learning about potions and magic. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working right. Like, they came to me like I wanted to, but it wasn't working right. And I realized that this is not manifesting properly because it's not for you. This person is not for you. So sometimes we do try to manifest things that aren't for us. That's why it's very helpful to get an oracle, to get a reading done before you try to manifest something, to see if it's even favored or even possible. You know, the reading will tell you if something is favored. It will tell you if it's a good idea. It will tell you if it's going to be difficult. It will tell you what things to do to get around the difficulties. It'll give you all that information, and it'll tell you if your manifestation is not for you. So some people, you know, that could be helpful in those ways. That could be very helpful in those ways. Okay? So that's the law of attraction. The law of attraction works. The law of attraction works every time. I'm sitting in this living room. Now, mind you, you can see, I just got here. I haven't been here long. I'm not even done decorating. The walls are still bare. I manifested this place. This is exactly where I wanted to be. And I just manifested it. It was for me. Goddess gave it to me. Now I'm trying to decorate it and make it look pretty for Goddess. So you can manifest the things that you want. It's very, very possible. You just have to work the law of attraction. Like I said, mind, body, spirit, emotion simultaneously. And that is what will get you your manifestation. It's not that the law doesn't work. I hear so many people say, oh, the law of attraction doesn't work. I'm like, I know immediately when they said it, though, they did something. I know exactly what happened as soon as they said it. I'm like, they ain't do it right. And then when I start talking to them, every single time, it's exactly what I said. So, think about it. Deuces. I can't get the camera to stop.